everybody, my name is Ben, and if you were not aware, yes, I'm trying to make all the Smash Bros. Characters. This is the plan. Every week at, or not week, what am I even saying? Every month, at the last Friday of every month, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. The last Friday of every month, I'm basically going to make a video where I show off all the Smash figures I made that month. And just so you guys know, I'm not as fast as other customizers. Just to let that be clear. I don't mind. I know I make figures at a different speed than a lot of other people do. So yeah, there aren't as many as you would expect. And I'm not planning on having them done by the time the game comes out. There's no way I could do that. This is just kind of a side project. It's just going to be something fun I can do when I don't have mainstream figures to work on. So yeah, I don't know which one of these guys we're going to start with. Actually, I'm going to start with the first one I made. Also, I will not be reviewing the Wii Fit Trainer because that was a figure made for me by my friend Decent Customs. I've already reviewed her. You can look right up there or something. It'll be right there. Alright, so the first figure is Duck Hunt. Yay! So yeah, this is the first, so it's probably the worst. This figure took so long. It literally took 3 days for me to make this guy because I was also working on Han Solo at the time, and my dad and I ended up going to like a football game. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Like halfway through, and so I kept coming back to him to make him, and I finally finished him after 3 days of working. So yeah, as you can see, I used a Scooby-Doo body, but I sculpted my own tail at the top here because I was going to use this a long time ago for another dog figure, I don't know who, and I just straight up cut a bunch of the tail off, so it looks kind of choppy because of that, but whatever. I used E-tape for his collar to give it a nice effect with silver for his little chains. The face is a Lego head and a stud on the bottom that if I can get this off, you can see there is a stud in there and everything. I just sanded the heck out of them and then sculpted all over them to try to make this head. I think it looks pretty good. I think I may go back and redo the eyes, but I like the mouth and I like these freckles. And the ears are fine too. It took a while to paint, but whatever. The duck is better, I'd say. The eyes, I think, could use a little work. May go back and do that. But other than that, I really like the duck figure. I think that I really nailed... Oh gosh, there goes my air conditioner. I think that I really nailed his feet and his wings and the blue details and the white details. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off while this transition to the next figure. Next figure is one of the original Smash Bros. Characters, and the only one here that was introduced before Brawl, and that would be Ness. The thing is, I want to try to play some more characters in this Smash, and Ness is one of the first ones I want to try, because I've actually been playing Earthbound, and I think it's really fun. So yeah, basically I did this new trick that I found out, and so I used foil to put this part of the hair on here, and I just painted. I repainted this face. I had an old face. I may put up a picture of it. I may not have one. I don't know. And then I just sanded up a cap so that way I could fit more of a face in there and more of the hair. I think it looks really good, and I sculpted the top there. And then I just borrowed this bat from my figure of... Actually, now that I think of it, I've never showed a figure of Steve from Stranger Things. So, yeah, I never put nails in the bat, so I just was able to use the bat. I may go back and update this figure because I think the lines on the shirt could have been better. But yeah, they turned out really good. I repainted them a few times, and they're a lot better now than they were the first time. And then, of course, his backpack. And yeah, his feet are not so pretty back here. But his legs aren't the best, but I think they turned out pretty okay. Unsubscribe for more. Yeah, and I also made his yo-yo here because I felt like it. So yeah, originally I wasn't gonna give him this bat, and I'll probably give it back to Steve soon. But yeah, that's him. I'm spending too much time on these figures. I don't have this kind of time. Next up, I'm making up the order that I do these as we go. I'm gonna do a couple of smaller figures. So if this will adjust, this will. Alright, that's better. This is my Pichu! Yeah, I love this figure. I'm just gonna take it off. He's so cute. I love how the little face turned out. It's absolutely adorable. And the ears and the little black detail there. Yeah, so it took forever. I took apart my old Rocket Raccoon and basically painted him bright yellow. And then dry sculpted the tail and the ears, which I'm planning on doing some more customizing tutorials. Or not some more, but start doing them. So that you guys can learn. So if you're ever wondering about these terms I'm using, I'll hopefully get to them in the future. And I sculpted him some little hands because I felt like the ones Lego had weren't fitting. So yeah. But that's not all, because we also have Squirtle. So yeah, of course I'm lazy and I didn't make all of the whatever the Pokemon trainer figures already, because I have no idea how I'm going to make Bulbasaur and Charizard. If you guys have any ideas for that, or like Ridley or King K. Rool, I have no idea how to do any of them. So yeah, I sculpted his tail. I just took like a line of green stuff and just curled it up, and then I sculpted him a little shell. And this face is also really cute if it will focus. Yeah, I think that face is really cute as well. I really got the Pokemon eyes there, I think. I think I could have painted the tongue better, but whatever. Now we gotta get it to focus back down here. And yeah, as you can see, I painted the front lines of the shell. Not all of them, but most of the main ones. And yeah, also I used a microfig for this, and I just cut off the fake little arm things, and instead of giving him handlebar arms like I usually do, I sculpted some arms because I felt like that fit Squirtle more. Next up is figure, the only figure in Smash Bros. That Lego has already made, even though I still made one. Yes, I took apart my Dimension Sonic because I felt like it. So yeah, Samus the Hee-Haw, I've created him here. His head is so big it's casting a shadow over him. But yeah, I wanted to make him really cool, so I repainted the entire figure except for the eyes, because I feel like there's no way I could have done this very well. So yeah, I painted him my own blue, my own like sort of tan, Caucasian, white, whatever you want to call it. Color. And then I did this little neat trick that you guys at home can do. So basically for his gloves, you can see here, they have little glove tops. So all I needed to do for that is cut up an old white lightsaber blade, and I just stuck the top on both those. It looks like his gloves have glove tops, and I really like that. His belly is painted as well, and it took a lot of tries to get that right, but I think it looks really good. His feet aren't perfect, but I tried to get the detail going all the way around on the feet, and it has, there's some old clay in there. But yeah, there's the white and the gray and the gold and everything, and yeah, I'm glad I didn't just use Legos and just kind of repaint the feet, because I was going to do that at first, but then I was like, no, I'm making my own Sonic. So yeah, there is Sausage, the hot dog. Now, we have the only character here that has only just joined the battle, and that would be Richard. That guy. So yeah, basically I wanted to try something new. I want to start trying to sculpt hairs, and so I sculpted his hair. I think it looks really good. I just used the Mutt Williams hairpiece and added a lot of extra details. Now it's going out of focus. So yeah, I sculpted it a lot to make it a lot bushier, and then I added E-tape and white. Oh gosh, this will not focus. And yes, I did do most of the details on the back, even though you can still see the Superman logo, which, even though this is probably the most I've ever done. And so yeah, and then the face is just, I just took a Stormtrooper face, Clone Army face, the newer one. And I got rid of some of the more dominant features like the butt chin and some of the marks under the eyes. And I painted his eyebrows brown, and I added the white, his headband. I was going to try to do that in E-tape like I did it on the actual head, but, you know, I straight up couldn't because the hair went over it. And so here, as you can see, I made his little cross thing, and I don't know, his cross mace, so he can hit some vampires or whatever. I don't know. I never played Castlevania. Jude has, but I still haven't. So yeah, I basically just sculpted him a ball and chain on the bottom, and then I realized that I actually have a Lego Ninjago movie figure that has a ball and chain ball, a mace ball thing, this, and I was like, well, crap, I already sculpted that. So hopefully Simon will have that, and I don't have to sculpt it all over again. I really like how this hand turned out. I used light and dark brown details. Wow, this video is going really long. And over here I painted it white, and you can't really see it as well as you can in real life, but I did this little tinting effect so it looks very liney, like it has a lot of lines and stuff. Now I'm finally getting onto the torso. Wow. So yeah, I did a lot of 3D detailing in different ways. So I used cardboard from like a Chick-fil-A drink carrier for his little knife holder. Then I used E-tape for his belt and for these straps and for his folded out thing. And oh, I forgot for his collar as well. And then I used paper for these two little flaps. And yeah, I really like how the torso came out. White is really hard to work with, and I think this white looks actually really smooth, so I'm really happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's white, so I'm really happy, you know. And yeah, lots of silver detailing on all his little straps and stuff. And then his shoes, basically I just did them dark brown and then added a few light brown details that I noticed that he had. And yeah, that's Richter. Now, we can't use the base anymore because the next figure is Bowser Jr., or as the nons call him, Baby Bowser, Dab. I didn't actually dab. I'm not that dead of a meme. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to talk about his Koopa Clown car. So basically what I did for this is I took a boulder and I just sculpted all around it. It took so long. And then I added a little propeller to the bottom. It can actually spin. So yeah, that's fun. It gives it a play feature. And I painted that green. And then I painted the rim green. I also sculpted the rim. And this is my first time I used oven clay and baked it in the oven, and it didn't melt. Hooray! Because I typically use green stuff, but I just didn't want to use a whole lot of green stuff for him. So yeah, it's kind of messy on the inside, and it's not painted, but I don't care. You can't even see it on the inside. And yeah, I sculpted the mouth as well, and I just used a toothpick and went in there. And the eyes aren't as big as they should be, but I think it looks really good. And the way he sticks in there is I just give him a 1x2, and he just goes in. So, yeah, actually, this is my second Bowser Jr. because I made one for Shadow Gang Gaming, like, I don't know how long ago. Yeah, a long time ago when Smash 4 was out, and he made this turtle. So, yeah, this is Turtle. first of all. His shell took so crapping long. I was up all night last night trying to finish up this shell. It took forever. But I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of bumpy with the green, but I had to go over it with a lot of layers, so that, you know, it would probably happen. Then I used the tannish color for his face, and I made his little smile with the little tooth and the nose, the nostrils, and his little eyes, and red eyebrows in the same color as his red ponytail. I really like how his ponytail looks as well. And so for the bib, I really love how this bib turned out. It looks so much like, camera is dying. Whatever, we can make it. We're almost done. His bib is crayon. It's not actually crayon, but in the game it's crayon, and I recreated that, I think, really well. I really like how it looks, and you can see a little bit of his belly poking out behind it. And so I did this trick again because I still live in 2012, where I used a whatever it's called. Why can't I think? Handcuffs, and I cut them up to give him these braces. And then I painted these legs yellow, and they actually look really good because the rest of it is just straight up Lego yellow. I didn't even paint the rest of the yellow. But I gave him his white little toesies, and I really like how it turns out. It looks really good. It's easier to tell in real life, but it is pretty hard to tell that I actually painted it, and I really like that. So yeah, that's Bowser Jr. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for that's a joke. Do you think that I seriously could go 3 seconds without making Pac-Man? No, I couldn't. Okay, there's Pac-Man. So yeah, of course, I had to make him because, it's Pac-Man. He's my main man. So yeah, this is a big figure. But so basically, if you guys have been following me since my Flickr days or seen my Flickr posts, yeah, my old Pac-Mans did not look that good, but I think this one looks really good. So basically, I just used some yellow arms, and I used the boxer gloves and painted them orange. I probably should have used these for Little Mac, but I have to work harder on my Pac-Man because he's Pac-Man. And to attach them, I actually had to put toothpicks inside because the hands were wobbling around, so it keeps them from falling out. And then the thing is with this Pac-Man, the one thing I wanted to make sure I wanted him to have articulation and Lego arms and these feet. Because I see Pac-Mans all the time that have little legs or can't move or glued together, but I wanted to be able to do cool poses with my Pac-Man. So yeah, I made this Pac-Man so I could do cool poses and take cool pictures. And you may be wondering, Ben, how did you get those feet in? And it's simple. Sorry about that, an alarm went off and I had to, but I used a bar handle and I just stuff it inside of him basically. And yeah, and I really like how the face turned out. I think it looks really cool and a lot like Pac-Man. I know here's his ears or eyebrow things. They're a little big, but whatever. And of course, in true Justin Nerd fashion, as a callback, his nose is removable. So yeah, you can have noseless Pac-Man, or do I have a cool weapon around? I can put in, here's a cool weapon. You can give him different accessories, like here's Pac-Man with a Ninjago scythe thing. Or here's Pac-Man with a arm for a nose. Okay, now where'd I put his nose? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I thought I lost his nose for a second. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I could have probably made, oh gosh, his arm just came out. That's what I've been trying to avoid. But thank you for watching. tell me in the comments what Smash Bros. Figure you want me to make next. My next one is going to be Fox. But then after that, I don't know who I'm going to make next. So tell me, give me ideas. Yeah, and so these will be coming out last Friday of every single month. So stay tuned. Next one will be sooner than you know. So, stay nerdy, friends.